Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at DEADZONE 3rd Edition 2-player starter set. Thanks to Bjorn for introducing me to DEADZONE and pointing out that this new 3rd edition was about to release. This was a few weeks back, but now it's about to come out. I do believe you can actually buy it on Mantic Games website, and I've been looking at some of the discount online stores as well, and it says it's going to be available from tomorrow, the 29th of October. So I'm pretty interested in this game. It looks really fun, and I thought in this video we could take a look at the starter set, find out what's included, and just see if it's something you'd like to add to your collection. So we're going to go through the manticgames.com website, have a look at the starter set, also have a look at the background behind DEADZONE, and just to get a feel for what the game's all about, and then maybe look at some of the different factions you can play. But I think it's got a lot to offer, and it looks really interesting. The price point is pretty good at £90 for the starter set, and you can get that as cheap as £70 online as well. So I think there's lots to look at here. So let's get started. First of all, we'll check out the main starter set for the 3rd edition. So here we are on the manticgames.com website, and as we scroll down, you see there's a few options. We've got the 3rd edition plus the terrain bundle. We've also got the 3rd edition getting started bundle and the regular 2-player starter. So let's click on the 2-player and we'll have a look at what's included in that. And here we go. So this is £90 on their website. Again, you're going to get it discounted elsewhere. Playing time is 60 to 90 minutes, and it's for 2 players, age 14 plus. So as we scroll down, we can learn a little bit more about DEADZONE. So I'm just going to read through some of this. And if you've never played it before, like I haven't, this might be a good time to learn what it's all about. So here it says enter the DEADZONE. And DEADZONE takes place in containment zones, cities or whole planets that have been erased from planetary maps and left for dead. You control an elite team of soldiers ready to enter the potentially lethal DEADZONE and scavenge for whatever lucrative resources you can find. But competition is fierce, and other strike teams will be out to thwart you on your mission. Get in, get out, get rich, or get dead. So that sounds pretty fun, and yeah, I like the sound of that. I mean, straight away, it's obviously giving a vibe of kind of the kill team skirmish game, a little bit of core space in there with the searching and things like that. And so I really like the sound of this. And then we've got this cinematic, immersive gameplay. And DEADZONE uses an innovative cube-based system for movement and shooting. And throw your tape measures in the garbage because you're never going to need them again. And apart from DIY, of course. Okay, so models can be moved anywhere in a cube, which ensures you can make the best use of cover and obstacles to avoid the enemy. And movement takes seconds rather than minutes, and shooting's just the same. You measure the distance in cubes, and if you can see it, you can shoot it. And so that sounds great. I mean, straight away, the idea of just having this cube system for movement sounds really fun. And shooting, if you can see it, you can shoot it. That's what I like. No drawn out rules making it really complicated. I don't like playing the competitive play. I'm more into narrative and fun. And my son plays and he's like 10, so we want to keep the rules simple anyway. And I really like the idea that if you can see it, you can shoot in it. And that's a rule I've included in my own game and any house rules we play as well. So yeah, I really like the sound of this. So this is great. And then it says they got more than 5 years of rules development. So we'd expect some development there and improvements along the way. 2 books to rule them all. They've split the rules across 2 books that are packed with art, pictures and more, and the core rulebook contains all the rules you need to start playing, along with campaign rules and 16 scenarios, so lots to be getting on with right from the start. Meanwhile, the Force List book contains the individual profiles and stats for each faction, along with details of how to build your strike teams and a handy weapons guide. So this is nice. So you get 2 books. You get all the information for the factions in there. You get all the background to the game, all the fluff and everything you would expect, and the scenarios and all the rules. So you don't have to keep buying books, and you certainly don't have to buy any books for each of the factions. So that's a huge appeal, and I really like that too. So this is sounding better and better. Now let's have a look at 10 unique factions. So there's 10 factions that we can choose from. And so we've got Asterians, they're aloof aliens that use incredibly advanced androids and mechs to bring balance to the galaxy, no matter the cost. Then we've got Enforcers, the ruthless army of the Council of Seven, used to stamp out insurrection and control the dead zones with extreme prejudice. Forge Fathers, these look really good. The Forge Fathers, they're like dwarfs, so they're an ancient race of stoic dwarfs that use their incredible engineering skills to strip a planet of its resources and won't let anyone get in their way. So they sound really fun. I like that idea. Then GCPS, and these are, each corporation has its own private army who are often left to fend for themselves in the containment zones when the enemy dropships arrive. And then we've got Marauders, and these are piratical greenskins that travel the galaxy waiting to pounce on a dead zone and sell their wares to the highest bidder. Mazon Labs, a corporation that's become obsessed with secret experiments that twist people into deformed monsters and uses terrible field tests in abandoned dead zones. That sounds great. I like the sound of that. Then we've got the Nameless, and these are humanity's greatest threat. Could be this mysterious race of semi-aquatic aliens that are being driven to conflict by religious fervour. We've got the Plague, an insidious virus that spreads throughout the galaxy and turns its victims into ravening beasts that only have one purpose: to further the spread of the disease. Nice. Then we got Rebs, and these are determined to fight against the seemingly tyrannical spread of the mega corporations. The Rebs are a mix of humans and aliens that fight from the shadows. I like the sound of that too. And then we got the Vermin. Gonna get some rats in there. And here we've got underneath sprawling cities or hiding in the dark corners of vast space stations. The Vermin are giant rat-like creatures just waiting to strike in order to protect their nest. So there's 10 factions. So nice and simple. A few lines to introduce each. I really like that. The simplicity of this is really coming through from this introduction. I really like it. So let's have a look at the box now. So this is the 2-player starter set for the 3rd edition. And the contents are going to give us rule books. We're going to get that core rule book and the forced list books. And these are softback books. We're going to get a starter leaflet, 10 GCPS troopers and 1 GCPS hero, 10 Vermin Nightcrawlers, 2 Vermin Nightmares and 1 Vermin hero, then 12 bags of Battle Zones scenery, including the all-new Battle Zones street accessories. We get a paper gaming mat, counter sheet, 8 command dice and 8 D8 dice. So the only thing I don't like the sound of is the paper gaming mat. It's a shame that they don't include more of a neoprene one. I guess they're keeping the cost down there, but you could use other mats. I'm sure you don't have to be held into that mat. Maybe though with that cube system, I don't know. We'll have to have a look at some of the images and just check that. But I mean, the gaming mat could get started, and there is neoprene mats available, so you could get those separately or get the more deluxe versions of this starter set. But this is a good way to get into it by the sounds of things. So there's an unboxing video on their website that you can have a look at. And so that's worth a watch to see exactly how it's put together. I found it's not like, it doesn't look like a really nice unboxing. It's in like inside, this is a brown box and everything's like wrapped up in bubble wrap and bags. But I think you're only going to unbox it once, and then after that, you've got everything you need to play the game. So I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. But the terrain looks really interesting, so I'm really looking forward to that. But let's have a look at some images, and then we can see exactly what we're going to get. So this is the outside of the box, and then this looks like our GCPS, one of the troopers there in that green color. You can paint these any way you like, I suppose. And then we've got the full set. So it looks like we're going to get all of these, and one of these is our hero. So I guess that one we just saw, let's go back, this one here must be the hero, I suppose. And then we've got the set all together, so they look pretty good. Nice. So all got similar weapons. Looking for some snipers. I like playing snipers and things like that. I don't know which one's the sniper rifle yet, but I'm sure one of them could well be maybe this one here. Have to wait and see. And then we got the Vermin. So it'd be great to play some rats in the kind of sci-fi setting. The claws look mental. So yeah, these are really nice. I'm liking these. Got lots of different weapons. This guy up here looks really good. We've got 2 of those. So maybe we got some repeated ones, have we? No, they look, these 2 look the same, but a lot of the others look quite different. These look good. He's got that drill on the arm. Yeah, some nice options there. So liking the look of these. Then we've got our rule books and our token sheet. And just the idea of having 2 rule books with everything for all the factions is very appealing. I mean, you wouldn't have to buy any more books then. So that's really good if you want to expand it. This looks like the paper mat. So yeah, this is done out in the cubes. So if you're using another game mat, that's going to kind of put you back. I think you're really going to need to use this system of cubes. It looks like you really do need to use their mats. But I think let's go back to the mat. I think with a paper mat, I'm going to be doing something with a like a battlefield mat that came in one of the Imperium magazines. I'm going to just fix it and glue it to some cardboard, and then it can kind of get all the creases out and be nice and flat. So it might be something we could do with this. And then we've got the different little terrain pieces. So these are nice little details. I like this. We've got the different language on there. That's just, they think they've just made that up. And then we've got all these nice little touches. So it's things like this, these scatter terrains and little details that really make a battlefield immersive. And that's what I really like from the battle systems terrain that you can buy. All these little things really add to it and really set the scene for the game. Then we're going to get our D8 dice. And this is the terrain pack that's included. So this looks awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing the quality of this, how it goes together. It looks completely like modular, so you can really arrange it in different ways. And I think if you wanted to expand on this and get a few more terrain packs, you could build some real fun like setups on your battlefield and make it all different levels. So that's really good. Be interesting to see how the climbing works, how we get to the top of that in this cube system. So that'll be interesting to find out. But nice. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm loving the look of it. I like all these details. So this is really cool. This is one of the things I'm looking forward to from DEADZONE, amongst other things. So we get some details now for the different terrain. So I think all those things we saw earlier are the little things you can clip on. And so I'm pretty sure these are clipped together with these clips. So you can take it apart and just build it in lots of different ways. You don't have to glue it. I might be wrong here. You don't have to glue it. So you can put it together in all different ways, so it's going to look different for each battle. So that's really appealing as well. I like having that customization there. And there we go, another set. But I wonder how that would affect painting. That's the only thing, if you're taking it apart and putting it back together. I have to have a good look at this. But this is something I'm pretty tempted to get, so I think I'll be giving it a shot. It looks like a really fun game. And so yeah, the terrain looks good. Little cash point there. Vending machine, a bin, nice. And there's the layout of everything. So this is everything we're going to get. We're going to get the box, the different books, the tokens, and then the setup. So size-wise, this is going to be 2 foot by 2 foot, I guess. And then it's all divided up into these cubes. So yeah, you definitely need to use their mat, I would say. But until I get it and have it go, I can't really be certain on that. But it looks like a real good amount in there, and if we could get that for like around £70, I think that's pretty good value. So that brings us to the end of the photos. That's now everything for this 2-player starter set. So now let's go and have a look at some of the other products you can get for DEADZONE. So if you wanted to get this and then expand it, it's good to know that there's other products available, other factions you can pick up, and different things you can add to the game as well. So let's do that now. Here we are, again, still on the manticgames.com website, and now this is the full range. This is everything that they sell on their website. So we've got the set we've seen, plus this DEADZONE 3rd edition terrain bundle. And so that's going to give you the main set that we just looked at, plus another set of terrain. So you can double up on that terrain. That's going to be £135. And then they've got this getting started bundle where you do get a neoprene mat, you get some acrylic tokens, and then you get these objective markers or scatter terrain as well. And that's 125. So if you want a better mat, you are going to have to pay a little bit extra, and that's going to bring it up to about £125. And again, you could get a discount if this is available anywhere as this bundle. So you have to look out for that. But it's all the terrain and the different factions that I'm interested in, because if it is a good game and it's fun, then you want to know that you've got that backup from the company. You can buy other things. And so we've got a military compound here. So that looks really cool. We've got a ruined city. And again, if this is all modular and you can clip it together and merge it in with these terrain bundles, then I think that's going to be really fun. We've got the terrain booster. So this is good value. If you get this terrain bundle here for 135, you're going to save £15 on the combo if you bought those separately. So that's not bad. Then we've got here Gang War Zone, an Industrial Zone, Star Saga, looks like a separate game. Then we've got the Landing Zone. You can buy all the books separately if you want to with those tokens and markers. And then we've got different factions. So we've got the Marauder, faction booster, so it'd be good to. So, oh, these are the orcs, I guess. Yeah, these are orcs. So we've got some orcs going on. We've got the plague, the rebs. So yeah, this is fun, really nice. Let's have a look at some more. And then we've got more rebs, and then some of these special ones are really cool, look really great. And the vehicles look awesome as well, which we'll see soon. And we've got Battlefield Ruins, Forgotten Foundry. But I think battle systems, which I've got lots of, would work really well with this. It looks very similar, so that's really good. So if you've got some battle systems terrain already, you can certainly use that. Here's the mats if you want to buy them separate, all gridded out, and these are £25 each. Again, you could probably get them for 20 somewhere online or at your friendly local game store. Then we've got these. These are really appealing to me, the Forge Fathers. So I think they would be one I'd be interested in adding. And then you've got these cool like mechs and different vehicles and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. So if you want to focus on one, you've definitely got some options to expand the faction, which is what we want from a game, I think. And then yeah, some more here, more choices, industrial accessories, more expansions. So yeah, I mean, there's lots and lots going on. You're certainly not going to be short of miniatures here. This looks great. And I've seen some of those Forge Fathers sets for like £15 on Wayland Games, so you can certainly get them for a good price. This is really good. The Marauder Goblin Stunt Bot. That looks awesome. Yeah, so loads of miniatures, yeah. I've also heard there's some murder birds on the way. I don't know what that's about, but that sounds great. This guy looks good as well. So I like some of the mechs they've got here. And I just think it'll be fun to try out a different kind of sci-fi game with some simplified rules. Kill Team is awesome. I love the whole lore behind Warhammer 40k. The models are fantastic, and the terrain. I think I like everything about it, except the fact you need tons of books and it's very complicated. But I think having this simplicity is really appealing. So I'll be interested to try it out. This is the set I've seen for like £14, £15 here. The Forge Fathers Steel Warriors. So quite cheap to get into. You know, if you went halves on the game with a friend and then wanted to get another faction, I don't think it's going to cost you an awful lot. These are pretty cool beasts as well, these big mechs. And we've got some different weapons there. The Enforcer jet bikes look good. So yeah, these are some nice things going on here. The Enforcers, Pathfinders. So a really good look. It reminds me a lot of Core Space as well, the look of the miniatures. Nice, that's really cool. Tigrex Outrider, I like that one. But it's the murder birds I want to know more about. If you know anything about this, please let me know in the comment section below. It would be great to hear what they are, what we can expect from that. But there's some really nice models, some really unique poses, and a completely different style to what we're used to, or what I'm used to with Warhammer. So yeah, really good. These are great. So as you can see, it's just lots and lots. Price wise, you're getting these like main hero figures for £10, which is pretty reasonable. You know, if you want to get like a hero. Often when you look at, I keep going on about Warhammer because that's all I play most of the time, but when you look at Warhammer, you're like looking at £20-25. So when you're getting these for like £10 each, that's a lot more reasonable. There we are. Keep going, shall we? There's a lot here, lots to look at. You got some weapon upgrades too. Here we are. So yeah, a real load going on. Is there 130? Oh no, we come to the end now. And then we've got sci-fi skirmishes in devastated cities. Not sure what that is. Digital rulebook for 2.0. So it looks like you can actually get that for free and read it. So that's really nice if you want to play the older version. But that's everything. So there's a fair amount of products there. You know, you don't need to have a ton of them, but here is plenty to get on with. You can certainly pick a few factions and get started and trying them out. And if the rules are as simple as I think they're going to be, then it wouldn't be too hard to get a new faction and be playing with them really quickly, which is something that really appeals to me. So there we go, there's DEADZONE 3.0, the third edition, the 2-player starter set, and also we've had a look at some of the expansions you can buy in different factions you can explore and pick up if you want to expand on the collection as well. So I think there's quite a lot going on here, looks really interesting, and I think this is tempting. I'm really liking the idea of giving this a go. When you compare it to other things that are coming out, like the Kill Team Chalnath set, that's £105, and you compare that to this at 90 and then take the discounts off. You know, there's a £15 difference here, and I think it would be really fun to get this and try out some new rules rather than just sticking to Kill Team, but let's find out. I think I'll have a little think and see which one I'm going to get, but I'd love to know what you think about this. Is this something that you'd like to pick up? And have you played DEADZONE before? And would you recommend this over Kill Team? Maybe you've played them both. So I'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. So join in the comment section below. It'll be awesome to hear from you. And if you want to pick this game up, I'll put some links down below to Wayland Games, where you can get it for $71.57. And it says here, restock expected, available to order. I believe it's going to be available tomorrow. And we've also got Element Games. I'll put a link to that too. That's going to have it for 81, and it says here this is a pre-order and it's released on Friday the 29th of October. So there we go. So you've got a couple of options. I think you can get it on lots of other sites as well, but I'm an affiliate for both of these, and so you don't only get the discount that they offer, but you also support the channel as I get a small commission for every sale made through it. So if you do choose to do that, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. So all up, I think this is a great looking set. I'm really keen on having a look at the terrain and seeing how it plays, and also the quality of the miniatures too, and how easy they are to put together and paint. I think it'd be really fun to try a new game like this. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page, and thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out, and you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'd be great to see you there.